So good afternoon, ma'am. I am Jerry Jo Diamante from Davao Medical School Foundation. Ma'am, before we start, let me ask you your name.
Ako po si Corazon Mantalino, Doc.
How old are you, ma'am?
58 years old.
What is your occupation, ma'am?
Wala po, nandito lang ako sa bahay, nag-stay.
What is your religion, ma'am?
Roman Catholic,
Okay po, ma'am. Are you single or married?
single.
Where do you live, ma'am?
Manansala Street, General Santos City.
Okay, ma'am. So today we will be having our checking of the blood pressure. I will use the aneroid sphygmomanometer and it will have a slight pressure on your arm, but I will rest assured that you will feel comfortable throughout the procedure. And this is important for us to monitor your blood pressure so that we will know whether you are hypertensive, normal, or hypotensive. So, ma'am, will you allow me to check your blood pressure?
Yes po, Doc.
Oh, thank you, ma'am. Ma'am, ano po yung mga last activities niyo for the past 5 minutes?
Nag-relax lang ako, Doc.
Hindi ka naglakad or
Hindi po.
Hindi. Okay, so, wala kang ginawa for the past 5 minutes. How about drinking coffee? Uminom po ba kayo ng kape before going here or nanigarilyo?
Wala po.
Okay, ma'am. So, we can now proceed. I assure you, ma'am, that this environment that we will be having now is comfortably warm and free from noise. Ma'am, please roll up your sleeves, ma'am. This left arm. Okay. So, I will get your blood pressure from the left arm. Okay, so there are no AV fistula scars or lesion around her arm. Ma'am, pwede relax lang po kayo,
Ay,
ma'am.
okay.
2 feet on the floor, ma'am. And then, relax lang po, no po. Relax lang. Okay, ma'am. Hinga lang po kayo ng malalim. Dahan-dahan. Release. Relax lang, ma'am. Huwag po kayong ma-tense. Tapos, ang ating arm, ma'am, dapat naka-level siya sa iyong heart. Okay na yan. Before tayo pumunta sa actual BP monitoring or BP checking, we will first determine the maximum inflation rate so as not to overinflate the cuff. Kasi kung overinflate natin, ma'am, tendency, magsakit kasi dito, di ba?
Yes.
So, kailangan natin i-determine ang kanyang maximum inflation rate by using palpatory method. So, sa palpatory method, we will use this BP cuff. Sphygmomanometer. So, I will place this on your left arm. And then, when placing the BP cuff, make sure that it's not too loose and di rin siya masyadong masikip. Relax lang tayo, mama.
Okay.
Okay, ma'am, can you raise your hand? Okay, yan, para comfortable natin, patient, and make sure to clip the gauge on the superior portion of the cuff and make sure na you can insert at least 2 finger breadths and you can also insert your 2 fingers. And when using the palpatory method, we will determine the maximum inflation rate. So, mag-stop lang tayo once na we could not hear any pulse. So, 2 to 3 fingers is placed on the radial artery at the distal radius. So, here it is. So, pag radius, lateral sa arm. And, i-feel mo yung pulso. And then to feel the, to start with, we will inflate it by 50. So, dahan-dahan lang. 50, and then I will add 10, 60, Then 70, meron pa rin pulso. 80, I can still feel the pulse. 90, I can still feel it. 100, I can still feel it. 110, 120, still there. 130. So I cannot feel anymore. So I will slowly deflate it. 2 to 3 millimeter of mercury. Okay, so dahan-dahan lamang. So we determine the maximum inflation rate by adding 30 millimeters of mercury from 130 millimeter mercury where the pulse of our patient stopped. So let's go now to the actual BP taking, but before that, let us rest for a while. So we will remove the cuff para mahimasmasan ang ating patient. So, relax lang ma'am, so that we will not have erroneous result. So, after determining the palpatory method, we know now the maximum inflation rate. We will now proceed to the actual BP checking. So, I will again place the cuff. So, be sure that it fits snugly. And then, para ma-check, should also place it on the superior portion of the cuff. Para ma-check, at least 2 finger breadths may insert dito from the antecubital crease or around 2.5 cm. Then also 2 fingers you can insert. And then, now we will be using the stethoscope. So the stethoscope has a diaphragm and a bell. And today, I will use the bell because we will determine the low frequency sound. And then, be sure to insert it at the antecubital crease. And then, when determining the blood pressure of the patient, you will determine the systole and the diastole. So the systolic pressure is the first loudest sound that you can hear, while the diastole is the last sound that you can hear before the sound disappears. So I will now place it. When inflating, you should slowly inflate it. I cannot show the... So around 160, because 130 plus 30 is 160, the maximum inflation rate. And then I will now deflate it 2 to 3 millimeter mercury. So, based on the blood pressure, the systole is around 150 millimeters of mercury, while the diastole is around 100 millimeters mercury. I'm sorry, but I cannot zoom the dial because of the setting of the video. So, I'll just say that the systole is around 150 millimeters mercury, while the diastole is around 100 millimeters of mercury. So, I will now remove it from ma'am. Relax. Okay, we will now remove the cup. So, based on the blood pressure that we got, it's 150 over 100. So, the interpretation of it, ma'am, is that you are now a hypertensive because based on the GNC8 classification, the normal blood pressure is around less than 120 over less than 80. And then yours is 150 over 100 is under stage 1 of hypertension. It's not yet stage 2 because stage 2 is around greater than 160 over 100. You said earlier that your age is
58.
Okay, so it's still stage 1, ma'am. So my advice for you, ma'am, is to diet. Diet, ma'am.
Yes po.
Balanced diet, exercise. Also, you should always monitor your blood pressure level.
Okay po.
And then, you should also seek consultation to your doctor because it's quite high. So, it's important to seek medication so that you can take antihypertensive medications. So,
Yes,
do you have any questions, ma'am?
Wala na po.
Okay, ma'am. So, thank you, ma'am, for the cooperation, ma'am, and have a nice day.
Thank you po, Doc.